So now quickly build all the other schema that we need. So let's come here, and so in the author, let's also finish the author. Right now we have the, if I go to author, so what we have in our author. So for the author, right now we only have the name and the slug, and beside this we also need a image. So let's say that, so for the image, let's say that the title will be the profile image, and also the name will be the something like that, profile image, and also the type, so we can use our custom image. So after that it should be okay. And also let's also create a preview here for this one. So after the fields, let's say that preview. So here in the preview we can select, first of all, so select all the things that we need. So first of all we need to say that the title will be the name, and image will be the, let's make it a small I. You can name anything, means the key can be anything. You can specify any name for this key, and for the value it should be the name of your field. So for the image I will use the profile image, and here we need to say slug will be the slug. So we will use slug for this subtitle, so that's why we selected this slug. So after this select, we need to do the prepare. So prepare, so this is a function where we have the props, and inside the prop we have these all selected stuff. So we can actually structure this with the key. So title, image, and the slug, and once we have those all things, we can say we will return, and what we will return is we will return the title, which will be the title, and after that the media will be the image, and subtitle will be the slug.current. So that's it. So it should be image. So whenever you wanna use slug, so the slug is not directly slug, it is slug.current, because inside the slug you have multiple property, and the text is actually inside this current property. So that's why whenever you wanna use slug, you need to actually do the slug.current. So I can see my slug.current here. So let's do an image here. So let's upload an image. Whenever we have an image, we should have a alt text. So let's say that my name, and whenever we have an image, I can see my preview here, fine. So if I publish, that will be okay. So really awesome. And after that let's actually do an interesting thing. So let's actually go back to our blog post. So now let's create a custom rich text. So in our blog post I can see some fields here, but the main fields for our blog post will be the rich text editor, which will be the body of our blog post. This is we do not have right now, as you can see. So let's actually create that. This will be our custom rich block. So let's actually do it. So in our object, so this will be an object. So let's actually create this. So let's say that custom body text, or we can say body text, because we do not have any kind of body text. So directly body text will be fine. So body text.js. So this will be our custom block. So in our body text, first of all we need to export default. Here we need to say the title will be the post body, and name will be the post body or body text. And after that, let's say that the type will be an array. So this will be an array type. So here we can specify multiple things. So once you have a type array, you need to specify the of. So here we need to say that, so of will be the document or the object that we wanna see inside the array. So inside the of we need to specify, or we can specify multiple objects here. So here let's say that the type that we want is the block. So this is the default block that we have. So let's give it the title as well. So block, we do not need anything else. If I save that, right now we can actually directly use it in our schema.js. So in our schema.js, let's import this custom object that we created. So import, the name of that will be the what is that, let's say that block text, body text from our body text file. So now we can actually add this in our array. So body text. So that's it. And once we do, right now we are not using this one in any of our documents. So let's go to our blog document and let's use this. So in our blog document, we need our body text, right? So after our cover image, let's use this. So here let's say that title will be the blog body, and title and name will be the blog, or we can say body only. And the type, so we need to specify the type, which is our custom type, this body text. And if I save, I should see this custom block that we have here. So right now we are not having anything special. Right now we just have this block, default block that we have. So as you can see that this is our default block. So this is our default rich text here. So right now, as you can see that we have our these all headings and also codes we can use here, and also we have this all the other specific options for our this body text, which is fine, but we want to customize that. So let's say that what we want is, we do not want all this kind of heading. All we want is only h1. So let's actually do that. So after that, here we can say styles. So we can specify the styles that we want. So let's say that we want the heading for the styles only. So title will be the h1, and the value, so value will be the h1 tag that we wanna have for the h1. So if I save that, now I should see only one style for this block. So if I come here now, I should see only one style, as you can see, and this normal one is the default one. Let's also add this normal one, because this is the default one. This should be always here, even if you do not add this. So title will be the, let's say that normal, and the value will be the, you can specify the value for this one. I will say that normal, and that's it. So once you have that, you will have only the normal and the h1. And after that, we have the list here. So lists. So we already have our bullet list and the numbered list, but if you want to customize that, you can do it. So let's say that the title will be the, if you want to change the title as well, you can do that here. So bullet, I will use this, and the value will be the bullet, and also the numbered one, title will be the number, value will be the number. So let's see right now what we have. So we have the numbered and the bullet. So if you want, let's say that you want to show the bullet list, numbered list, something like that. So once you do that, it will reveal the whole thing, and we should see the bullet list and the numbered list. I mean, the title is changed, as you can see. And if you want to have any kind of third one, I mean the other list, if you have, you can actually add this list here. And after that, let's also go to our marks. So let's go to marks here. So after the list, we have the marks. So in the marks, we have decorations. So decorations. So in the decorations, we can actually add stuff like strong and emphasis, things we already have here. I mean, you can see this is the strong and this is the emphasis, but if you want, you can actually add or customize it. I will show you how you can do that. So title, and let's say that a strong, and the value will be the strong. And if I do, I can see the decoration should be okay. We have an error because this is not decoration, this is decorators. And if I save that, it should be fine. Reveal this, I can see only one decorators right now, because in the array right now we have only one. Let's say that we want to do another one, which is the, let's say, title, which will be the emphasis, and the value will be the em. So this is these all are the HTML tag that you wanna have here. So right now we have the emphasis, and if I want to test it, so this is bold, and for the decorator you need to actually select this and you can make it bold. Right now, as you can see, that it is bold. Or if you wanna make it emphasis, you can actually select this and make it emphasis. Right now, as you can see, that it is italic. So awesome. And after that, let's also see how we can add annotations. So annotations. So for the annotations, this is something, so this is the place where you can add your custom object. So let's actually do that. So here I will see that let's say that the title, the object should have a title, which will be the URL. So I want to add a link. For that we can create an object. So let's say that after the title we can specify name. Let's say that this will be the link, and also we can say fields, and fields will be the object. And you can add any kind of object. You can actually create your custom object like we did here, like custom image here, as you can see. So you can add your custom object, and after that you can specify this type here. So this will also work. So I'll show you in a moment. So fields. So inside the fields we will have an title. So title will be the URL, and for the URL we already have a default pre-built Sanity type. So that's what we will use. So href will be the name and the type will be the URL, and that's it. If I save fields, okay, we have this duplicate. So this one will be the type will be the object, fields will be the array. And if I save, okay, I can see the same thing. This is annotations, right? And this will be inside the marks. Okay, so these annotations will be inside the marks. So we need to go up a level a little bit. So right now we have the marks, and inside that we have the annotations and also the decorators. And once we have that, I'll show you. So not a valid URL. Okay, we need to do the valid URL here. So this is the URL, as you can see, that is the title that we can see. So if I do, and if I want to edit, I can see the field, which is this one, right? And also the field will have all this stuff, as you can see. So if you want, you can customize this as you want. Something like if you want to have an icon. So I don't know what is this icon is, but let's also let's use this. Okay, so let's see how it will react. So right now we have this icon, and let's see. As you can see that we have now custom icon. If you want, you can actually add your custom icon. I think the default icon is more than enough. It is looking good. If you say, let me show you. let's say that if you want to have a note here, string, you can do that. Okay, sorry. So once we have that, now I should see this note field as well. So once it will revealed, let me show you quickly. Once we have that, now if I wanna edit this, I can see the URL and also the note. I mean, you can customize this thing as you wish. So there is a lots of possibility that you can do. So the final thing that I want to do, once we have our arrays of block, after that, what I want to do, actually I want to say I want to have an array of what, so I want to say type of custom image. So this is something awesome. So if I have that, now I can see this image, which is the custom image. And if I add any kind of image, so let's select an image, and let's say that once you have that, you can actually close this, and you can see the custom image is here, and you can change the position of it because it is an array, and you can change the position of the item inside the array. Really awesome. And that's how you can actually add an image inside this rich text. Really awesome. And also once we are done with this, let's also delete this note. We do not need any kind of note for our URL. I just did that so that I can show you how you can customize your stuff. And that's it. We do not also need this. And finally, after all this thing, I also need to add a custom code block that I said in the preview of the project. So let's do that. So for that, in our package, so if I go to our package, studio package, so package.json, I mean, so here I already have this package, which is the Sanity code input. So this is the package that we will use to create a custom code block, right? So after that, let's create this. So in our object, here it is, we have the objects. Let's get a new file with a name of custom code.js. So first of all, as we already know, we need to export default an object. So inside this object, we need to provide the name. Let's say that it will be custom code, and also the title will be the code, and finally the type will be the object. So now after that, we can actually create an icon for this. So let's say that md code, this will be React icons, and also let's say that fields. And okay, I think, yeah, so in our, okay, let me actually show you. So if I comment it out, it is not working. I want to show you one thing here. So if I go to our custom body text here, so I believe it is inside the decorators. So if I actually comment all the decorators that we have, so here in our decoration, as you can see that these all are decoration. We have the strike, we have the underline, and also we have this default code. This is not something interesting code. So let me show you what it does. So it will just create this pre-tag, or you can say console.log hello, something like that. But it is not something interesting, as you can see. Or you can actually select all these things and you can make it code. So it will just change the font a little bit and it will put it in a pre-tag. So it is not interesting thing. So I just want to show you, this is the default code. Right now we are going to create our custom, and also beside that you have these other decorators, but in this case we specified only decorator that we want to have is these two. And if I save, this should be gone, these three. We will have only bold and emphasis. And also here is invalid block value, because we used Okay, it is because we use the code, and right now we don't have the code anymore. So for that we just need to delete this whole thing. Or what I can do, actually I can discard the change, so it will also fix that because we did not change that. Okay, so fine, as you can see, we have our these two decorators. So that was the default code, but the one we are going to add, it is more interesting. I will show you. So inside the fields in our custom code, let's say that the name for that will be the code, and also the title for that will be the code, and the type. So this type is from the package that I showed you. So once you have this package, this one, this is the Sanity plugin. So once you have that, you will have this new type, which is a code. So after that, let's say that I want to have a preview of this code. So for that, you can use preview. So when our preview will be available, you will see that. So select. So for the select, I will use only title and code. For that, I can say code.code. So inside the code, we have another property with the same name, code, and this is where my code text will be. So that's why we need to actually select that. So after that, we do not need any kind of subtitle or media, and for that reason, we do not need our prepare function anymore, because it will actually directly use this title. But if you have something else named, something like hello, it will not work, because all this preview function want is the title, subtitle, and the media. So for that reason, you need to actually be specific of this key. So it should be title, and it will actually directly pick this title from the select. We do not need prepare anymore. So right now it is ready, this custom code, and we can use it in our body text. So in our body text, I can say inside this of, I can say we wanna have an array of block as well. So type will be custom block, and if I save, I should see my custom block working. Sorry, not custom block, custom code. And also this will not work. This custom code should be listed in our schema.js. So this is an object here. So import custom code from the custom code, and you need to add this here inside the array. So custom code. So now it should be visible in our body text. So if I go to our body text, I already see my custom code, as you can see. So this icon beside this code, this is from this this React icon that we mentioned in our custom code. And also let's add a custom code here. So if I click this, you can see this nice code model will open. From here you can select your specific language, and let's say that console.log hello. And also here you can see that once you select the specific language, you will have this nice code highlighting stuff. This is really nice. And if I close, I can see in the preview the code.code, which is the text, as you can see. Really awesome. And also for the preview, we do not have any kind of media, so that's why it is using the code icon that we mentioned here. Really awesome. And you can use multiple because this is an array. And let's say that test, and this is the test. Awesome. So this is important because whenever we will use it in our front end, we will use this language right now in the JavaScript, but whatever you select, we will use this language in our front end, so that we can actually highlight the syntax of this code that we wrote here in our front end. So without if you do not have any kind of selected code, it will not highlight properly, right? So whenever you are writing JavaScript, you should select JavaScript, and that's how whenever we will use this in our front end, it will have the perfect syntax highlighting. So awesome. Right now we have our custom code block, which is we are using in our body text. Really awesome thing. And also we are almost done. We need to create one more field for this body, for this blog post, which is the excerpt. So for our blog, we need to have some excerpt text. So for that, let's go to our object and let's create a new file. So this will be an object. So excerpt text. Sorry, we forgot to add the JS extension. So in the excerpt, it will be almost similar to our body, but a little bit different. So export default, and here inside this object, the title will be the excerpt text, and name will be the excerpt text, and this will be a type of array because this will be similar to our body text, but here we will not have that much thing. We will have only the normal text here. So arrays of block, so let's say that this will be block, and also the type will be the block, and styles, only the styles that we want is we want the normal style, so it will be an array of normal style. Title will be the normal, and the value will be the normal. No. Yeah, so after that we also do not want any kind of list, so list will be empty. And after that, marks. So for the marks, we only want decorators, and here we will use the, let's say that the title will be the strong only, and value will be the strong, and the title will be the emphasis, value will be the M. So M is the HTML tag. So once we have the decorators, and for the annotations, we do not have any kind of annotations for this one. So that's it, simple block where we will have only a strong and emphasis, decorators, and also the normal text. So that's what we want for the excerpt. So let's list this thing in our schema.js. So import excerpt text, and we can use this excerpt text here. And once we do that, we should once we do that, we can use this in our blog. So in our blog, so it should be before our body text, right? So the excerpt, so come here and let's say that the title will be the excerpt, and the name will be the excerpt, and the type will be the what is the name of this excerpt text. So yeah, make sure about that, what is the name. And yeah, that's it. So now if I save, it should reveal the studio, and we are having some problem in our excerpt. So it should be lists. There should be an S. Okay, so once we do that in our blog, now we should see this new excerpt. So yeah, as you can see that this was our body, this is our excerpt, and in the excerpt this is much more simpler than the body. Now we have only the normal and the blog and emphasis, a strong and emphasis decorators. Okay, so now we have our excerpt text as well. In the next video we will finish all the other schema that we have here.